So welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video guys. And as you can see in the title of the video, I wanted to talk about this topic for a long time. And some of you were asking me to make this video. But it took some time to gather the information. Also, definitely it will be very interesting. And I have a lot to say about this topic. So, before we talk about that, as usual guys, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So the second time leaper. We all have an idea of who it will be. But first, I have to say the connection between the story and this theory. Only then will it make sense. Because we don't know for sure whether this is possible or not. So, let's first see where this theory came from. After that, we can talk about second time leaper. Let's start with Takemichi and Kisaki. We all know Takemichi is a time leaper, coming from the future to change the past. Here he faces many problems with it. No matter how much he changed the past, there is no change in the future. On the contrary, everything is starting to get worse. He thought Kisaki was the reason for all this. Because that's what the future Naruto told him. And at one point, the story just went like that. When Takemichi tries to change the future on the one hand, Kisaki always interferes in his way. The only thing Takemichi thought to do was to expel Kisaki from the Toman gang. If Kisaki is expelled from the gang, Mikey and he will have no contact in the future. Mikey will not be evil in the future. Also, he will not be a puppet in Kisaki's manipulation. So yeah, Takemichi should prevent the two of them from meeting as much as possible. In doing so, Takemichi can change the future just as he thought. But at the beginning of the story, we know absolutely nothing about Kisaki. All we know is he is the main reason for all the things that have happened in the past. He would have called Takemichi my hero in the future. In the past, I mean, in Tenjiku arc, Kisaki would say the same word to him. Finally, it's from here that Takemichi thinks something strange. No matter how much he tries to change the future, someone is interfering in his way. That person changes the future even more. Since Kisaki is the only obstacle for him, he thinks he can be a time leaper too. Finally, this is where we get the hint about the second time leaper. And the last moment between Takemichi and Kisaki played a very important role in the story. Takemichi learns the whole truth about that Kisaki. He also changes the future according to his convenience. But at the end of the day, it was all for the fulfillment of his selfish desire. But the moment we find out if Kisaki is really a time leaper or not, he dies in an accident. Unfortunately, we don't yet know what he was tried to say to Takemichi. At that point, that second time leaper theory dies too. But before Kisaki died, he wanted to say one thing to Takemichi. That's what makes this story even more interesting now. Kisaki did nothing alone. So yeah, finally the time to talk about the second time leaper. Hanma and Kisaki have been together since the beginning of the story. What Kisaki wanted to tell Takemichi in his last moments may have been about Hanma. I hope we will soon find out the deep meaning of Kisaki's final word in this final arc. Hanma being the second time leaper makes sense in my opinion. But we don't know what his real purpose was. We even found out a few chapters ago that he was in the Kanto Manji gang. No one expected him to be in the Mikey gang. Now another interesting thing, everything around Hanma is very mysterious. So, let's start with his name. I was surprised when I first saw its meaning. Hanma's name coincides with time. And this picture of Hanma, my prediction that he might be a second time leaper increased further. As you can see in the picture, he is sitting on the tracks. This is where Takemichi's first time travel took place. But it's not known who pushed Takemichi on the tracks. We know from the story that it was Akin. But there is likely to be some twist there as well. And there is no connection between Hanma and Takemichi from the beginning of the story. The link between the two of them is Kisaki. Hanma simply follows Kisaki's commands. Also, all of Kisaki's commands are related to Takemichi's future. Kisaki kills Hina in the future. Although he is not directly involved in the incident, but Hanma is directly involved in the incident. Even before Hina dies in an accident. Hanma would have gone to meet the Takemichi. And he would have said this. "So, you're not in the car. I was hoping to kill them all in one go." Like I said before, he is the one involved in all the incident. But the reason he did all this was because he liked Kasaki's actions. This is weird. Even Kasaki used him as a mere weapon. He knows that too well. Even so, he was still helping Kasaki. He uses him to his advantage. But Hanma enjoys it with extreme pleasure. As you can see in this panel, he tells Kasaki, "The world is full color when I'm with you. It's just like circus." We can say one thing for sure. He wants to be an assistant to Kasaki. But finally Takemichi put an end to his delight. So, what if he wants to avenge Kasaki's death? He might even think of killing Mikey and Takemichi. Another important thing is that, in Bonton arc, Mikey would have told that Takemichi not to come to meet him in the future. But Takemichi will try to meet him. This led to a confrontation between him and some gang members. Then you can see this picture. We can see that there is a person wearing a coat suit. Some of you may think this is Sanzu. But that is unlikely. At the same time, Hanma always wore a coat suit. And there will always be lines in it. After all, this picture is the inner cover of volume 23. We also see this panel in volume 23. I can say this for sure, the person in this picture is Hanma. But we don't know why he is following him. I think he may have planned to kill Takemichi. Kasaki was always obsessed with Hina. But the only person Hina loved was Takemichi. So he can try to get revenge for Kasaki. He is now in the Kanto Manji gang. We don't know why he joined the Mikey gang. And this final fight is also happening on the tracks. The location of this final fight is similar to the one on the inside cover of volume 23. And Hanma's name coincides with time. Ken Wakui-sensei can really bring something huge twist to this final fight. Because until now the story has not focused on Hanma. But on the contrary, we all think Mikey is the villain. Mikey really lost control. I think it was confirmed when he allowed Hanma to join his gang. Because he knows that Hanma also helped to kill Emma. Mikey is likely to know something about the future as well. We don't even know why Mikey has dark impulsivity. And the backstory we got doesn't seem to make sense. Ken Wakui-sensei is not yet focused on Hanma. But when the story focuses on his character, the story will be more crazy. I hope we will soon find out his true self and purpose. But I still have many things to talk about Hanma. He may even have been involved in the Draken's murder. I will upload the video soon. Also, in the upcoming video, I'll tell you about the events that both Hanma and Kazaki did and how they changed the future. The only reason I created this video is to share what I thought about Hanma. Also, there are some more interesting things about his character. I'll definitely share it with you in the upcoming video. So, apart from all this, let me know in the comment section what you would like to see in story. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, and good luck to all.